Alright, what is up, YouTube? I know I've said this so many times, but thank you guys for your support, man. I'm at 3K YouTube subscribers, and my Twitter is almost at 20K followers, and all I can say right now is curse and mob. You guys are amazing. Thanks for all the support. Even if you guys don't support my team, thanks for watching my videos and checking out my content. I just thank you guys. That's what I can say about that. Thank you. But a lot of I noticed in a lot of my YouTube comments and feedback and Twitter interactions, a lot of people are asking, how do I get my name out there? And when I think of how do you get your name out there, honestly, there is no exact way for me to tell you, you can do this and you're going to get your name out there. You can do that. There's no way. But what I could tell you how I did it. Honestly, I went from being a complete nobody to having 5 people on my friends list at the start of Black Ops 2 to playing the pros, going to events and stuff like that, fully funded. And honestly, this is what I did. I had a team of, well, first I didn't know anybody. I just came back to the game. I just started getting into competitive, so I literally didn't know anybody that still played. And except for Random or Birdo. I think I've told about him in a past episode or YouTube video. But literally, I knew him in real life, so it was easy to get a hold of him, and he wanted to go pro just as bad as I did. I started coming back, I got really good, and I felt like I could go pro. That's what I thought, I could go pro, and I started playing with him. Eventually, we got a squad together, you know. And eventually we played clan versus clan, you know, anything. It was the start of the game, so anything, or it was league play at the time for Black Ops 2. Anything that we could run into a pro and play or whatever. Eventually we ran into Assassin, but whatever. It was just him playing by himself, so it's not the same. But we ran into Hex P. This was my opportunity. You got to look at everybody you play as opportunities, all right? Literally, we played Hex P. I played Hex P. You know, we'd beat him back and forth. They eventually got top 32 in Frag Cup, so they'd get to scrim all the top teams. It was a little tournament, but they made it to top 16 or top 32, one of the two. And just getting to get their name out there at the start of the game, that was big. So they got to scrim pro teams, and pro teams knew of them. They didn't really know who they were, but they knew of them, and that was good enough for me. So eventually I left my team to join them. And the only reason I left is because I looked at it as an opportunity. Like I said, you got to take your opportunities. I looked at they have more exposure than us. They know more pros. They play against the pro players and stuff like that. They only got this because they did good in a tournament. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna try to join this team. I was kind of iffy about it because I had to leave one of my best friends in gaming, Random or Birdo, and eventually I left him to go play with them. But it was. At the start, it was kind of bad feelings or whatever. I mean, the team didn't like me, whatever. But I did what I had to do. Even back then when we were playing doubles, my first doubles match we played Bezo. This is how I know Bezo to this day. We played him in my first ever doubles match and we beat him. And it was cool because the reason I wanted to be friends with him is because honestly he knew people. This is the main reason. It sounds like I'm using people. That's what I did. I had to. I mean, he's a cool guy, but I used him. I was like, yo, he knows people. He can get me in there. I could start meeting pros and stuff like that because he knew all the pros and everything. So, and honestly, I did meet a few pros off of them, but that's kind of irrelevant. But where was I? I'm trying to remember where I was. Eventually, like I said, I was playing with Hex P. We started playing pro teams, and they just because they had that exposure and pros knew of them, we started getting scrims. So my first ever pro scrim, we played Envious. You know, we won 250 to 22 or something crazy like that. So they were just like, damn. That was when I blew up. That was Envious right there giving me my opportunity. They didn't give it to me, but we beat them, and there was like 4,000 viewers, and people were like, yo, who are these kids? These kids are warriors. I don't care what they were calling me. As long as they knew who I was, I did not give a shit. But honestly, that was my chance, right? So we were beating Envious, and eventually they got pissed. They were pissed. We literally played a whole series at hard points, and then they were like, and I think we won like a lot of those hard points. So they were like, no, let's run it back. We ran the hard points again, and I was just like, damn, these kids are mad, but this is what I wanted. I want to make them mad, frustrated, just so that anything for them to remember who I am. It's all it is. Getting people to remember who you are for a reason, a good reason at that. So it was good being looked at as I'm good. So eventually I guess they talked about us, or they told other people we were good, and they kind of helped bring us up. And we started playing other pro teams and moving up from there. But what I'm coming to is, make sure if you have a chance to use people or make an opportunity out of something, take your opportunities, take your chances, grind the game, get really good, and when you get that opportunity, do not mess up. I mean, you never know how many times you're gonna get the opportunity. Honestly, if you really want to get known, you could always go to events and place good or do whatever. But that's not the easiest thing to do. Like what I'm saying is, if you go to an event and do good, yeah, everybody's gonna know who you are. But that's really hard to do if you're not scrimming the best players or playing against the best. Whenever you play against better players, better people than you, you're gonna get better. So just to do that in the start. Go scrim against the top AMs. Try to scrim against the lower tier pros, like anyone. Eventually, what we used to do is, it's bad, all right? We used to stay up as late as we could. This was when we were complete nobodies. We stay up as late as we could until like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. on school days. I'm not advising you guys to do this, but eventually there's teams that are looking for scrims. They're looking for scrims at 4 in the morning, right? And who are they gonna hit up? There's no other teams to scrim. We'd be like, yo, scrim us. I know you don't know of us, but we're gonna beat you. I'd talk crap, do whatever I had to, but I'd convince them into scrimming us. And eventually, when we played them, we'd go all out. Everybody try hard as you can, and eventually we would win it. And that would make them pissed, and they'd be like, who are these kids? Let me try harder, or let me start trying. Because usually the first game a pro plays you, they're not gonna try the hardest or anything like that. So that's just, in my opinion, that's a really good way to get your name out there. Stay up late, wait till pros are gonna stop playing or whatever. There's no more teams on. There's always gonna be that team looking for a scrim. Or what you could do is always, another good thing to do, a good way that we did, play tournaments. Any tournament that pros are gonna be in, play them. You beat them, they're gonna remember who you are. You beat them consistently, they're gonna be like, yo, I hate that kid, or they're gonna want to team with you, or you never know where it can go from there. So what I'm saying is, anywhere you see an opportunity, take it. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to lose money because you're playing a tournament against a pro player. I see it. Before, I used to see pro players. I wasn't rich. I didn't have money. And honestly, I would ask people for credits and stuff like that. But whenever I saw a chance that I could play pros or get my name out there, I took it. I did whatever I had to. I wanted them to think I was good or anything. I didn't have to. I played the same game I usually played. I didn't kill whore. I didn't do anything different. Same game I usually played. But anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy this. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down below. I usually do answer them all. You guys are the best. Thanks for listening. And if you guys did watch the whole video, leave in the comments Oreo. Alright? Oreo is the random thing. I love you guys, man. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Player doing big things on the main stage.
Oh, God.
That dude always talks shit to me, too, on Twitter. I deadass feel bad for him.